Hey all, welcome to SLB Drinks, and this is the day that I have to admit I am the most proud of Trenton that I've ever been in probably my lifetime.
What?
Yes, it's the truth because today, right, mark it down.
That's
Mark
a pretty
it down,
low bar. I'm not going to lie to you.
Mark it down in your calendar, put it in your phone, even though I really don't know how to do all that stuff half the time. Today's the day where Trenton actually brought down a budget bourbon to the SLB Basement Bourbon Bar for a review. Usually that's me. Usually he doesn't really pay attention to budget bourbons or whiskeys, but today's the day. Green River.
Green River was 1885.
Wonderful, man.
And
awesome.
I brought it because very rarely right now in the whiskey sphere verse, whatever you want to call it, very few distilleries are coming out with budget products anymore. And
That's true.
And I'm not entirely sure why, but Green River is kind of like, I wouldn't say well known for, but like when I think of Green River, I don't think of anything above $70.
No.
Like all their offerings are like relative, very affordable, very goodly, fair priced. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Mm-hmm. But I saw that this came out and it's a 1 liter and it's $21.99.
That's insane. So around $20 for a 1 liter. I didn't even know this was coming out.
I didn't either.
You brought it down here. You blew my mind. I didn't even really look very much. So it's 85 proof, 42.5 alcohol by volume, 85 proof, 1 liter, 1885 bourbon, Green River.
There you go.
Awesome.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try this out.
Wait. Huh? Says right here on the label, non-chill filtered.
Oh, good.
Seriously. At a $20 for a 1 liter, you're kidding me.
People, this is a shout out to Matt Tractor. He's texting me right now, blowing my phone up.
Matt, come on, bub.
But I was really excited about this. I'm usually not excited about budget products because I lied. I've been kind of a little bit more excited about budget products since Jim Beam 7 came out. What we're gonna do this video, we're gonna give this a shot, see how it is, and we're gonna do a little comparison to one of the best values in bourbon, in our opinion. I think Early Times Bottled and Bond, a 1 liter for like also 20 some bucks.
25, 26.
And Jim Beam 7 year that came out this year that Kurt liked more than Wild Turkey 101. So
he just has to keep saying it.
We're gonna give it a shot.
Gotta keep saying it.
To be fair, I know really nothing about this bottle except for that it was $21.99. It's a 1 liter and it's 85 proof and it comes from Green River.
Hey.
And that could be it. That's all there is to know.
Non-chill filter too.
I love that. If you're a distillery, please keep doing non-chill filtered. I don't care if it's a little cloudy.
No.
If it's a little cloudy but better, I'd rather drink that all day long.
100%.
I prefer a little grit in my stuff.
That's right.
Take that how you want.
That's right. It's fine. Honey, a little
licorice.
A little bit of lemon, a little bit of licorice.
Did you have like a lemon pie or something today? You got lemon on the Bardstown video too, I think.
Yeah, but it came later. I didn't get it right away. It came a little later.
My biggest up front is just like I get quite a bit of like an anise or a black licorice type of a thing.
I can't deny that.
Maybe a little bit of like a boiled peanut or something. Remember when we were in Atlanta, the bold peanuts?
I ate like half that bowl.
I did not like them.
Well, I did.
Peanuts should not be boiled. I'm sorry to you Southern folks. I know it's like a delicacy and everybody loves it, but
I liked it.
I burned my fingers on it and then it just didn't taste very good.
He did. He dug in way too quick.
But Kurt had a sour for the first time ever.
Beer.
Yeah.
I never drink beer.
Yeah, it was like a sherbet.
I kind of felt out there, and who brought it up? You or Kent?
Kent
said
did.
You might like sour.
Kent did, yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Kent's the beer guy.
I could do it.
But as you might expect, this isn't like a top shelf product. It's meant to be affordable. It's meant to be maybe used as a mixer, but it doesn't smell all that bad.
However, let me throw this out at you. How many $20 1 liters do you get actual nosing notes from? Not a lot.
Not a lot. I can count on like two or three fingers, probably. And I think all the ones we have out here, so 3 fingers.
Yeah, exactly. And I usually get some honey stuff on most Green River, but lighter in the aromas, not toffee, molasses, nothing like that.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
That's pretty darn good.
Come on. Are you joking?
No, I'm not. No.
Are you joking right now with this? Guys, it doesn't beat $100 bourbons. My reaction is my mind is fixed. So if it's $21, $22 for 1 liter, that means it's like $16, $17 in raw math.
Yeah.
For a $7.50 bottle.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
I wonder why they
for
chose
a $17 $7.50.
I wonder why they chose the 1 liter. This is a sour mash bourbon whiskey, by the way. Oh, and they were established in 1885, which makes a little bit of sense. I'm really not mad about it.
Not at all. I think it's great. I think it's a huge value. I think it's fantastic with the proof point for anybody that's just getting into bourbon. All of the aromas transferred to the palate for me. It stayed light. Mm-hmm. It's not the toffee, brown sugar, molasses. It's none of that. It's more of the honey, and what we spoke about in the aromas for me.
I get a
Did
little.
you get the anise?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
I honestly get a little bit of like the aftermath that you might experience after you have like a Luden's cough drop, or not a Luden's cough drop. Those are candy. Mm-hmm. The Ricola, they have like the honey in it, and it's like a little bit drying. I get a little bit of the lemon. I get a little bit of the anise, mm-hmm. And I get a little bit of oak. You can tell that it's not super complex.
No.
The viscosity is just like mid. It's fine. But again, we're talking about a $21 bottle with a liter.
Okay, what impresses me the most about this, Trenton, in any budget category whiskey, bourbon, it has flavor. I've tasted many $15 to $25 bourbons, and quite a few of them you have to really search hard for good palate notes and flavor. I wouldn't call this robust as I do as some of the better bourbons, but flavor is there. You definitely have some good flavor.
This isn't bourbon of the year, but I would highly recommend this. $21, 1 liter, really solid. I'm a fan.
Me too.
And for all of you guys that don't know, Green River is a part of Bardstown, which has the Origin series. So I'm glad that they seem to be focusing a little bit more on the average consumer in terms of price point, while still offering a little bit more of like a dynamic product line. Green River's got like 4 or 5 different products. The weeded bourbon,
came out with a full proof this year.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
They do incredible things and keeping it relatively affordable.
That's the big thing, especially right now.
Hugely important in the times that we live right now.
Well, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna say I don't think that this is gonna beat either of these two, but more of just a comparison. I'll let you do that first since you're pour the thing.
Okay. Curious. Now keep in mind these are 7. No,
do you have a
that's
cap?
Yes,
this is a liter.
That's a 1 liter, so this one's a little bit less expensive than. I understand some folks have a hard time getting the early times. This is now, Trenton, did you realize, or have you seen, this is now more like $27, $28 in our area.
Yep.
For a 1 liter here, of course, we just said is 22. So there you go.
Actually, I'm gonna start with early times first, since we're
doing
a size comparison here.
Okay, let's do that.
Early times is richer. It's sweeter. You can tell it smells almost like a dusty type of a thing. It just smells fantastic. This could be a stupid comparison, but it was my idea. So if it is, let me know in the comments.
I don't think it is, because Early Times Bottled and Bond is an iconic, very well known budget style bourbon.
Oh, for
that
sure.
People look for, hunt for.
Yep.
It falls into the category, and again, we don't promote drinking every single day, but it falls into the category of the daily drinker.
Yeah.
For most folks, if they can find it, because of the cost factor. So you're actually comparing this Green River to one of the most iconic budget style bourbons there is.
Yeah.
So,
and this is obviously not bottled and bond because it is 85 proof. A bottled and bond has to be aged at least 4 years in a federally bonded warehouse, and it has to be 100 proof,
right.
or at least 100 proof.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, because I have to, I would be very interested to see if they came out with a 1-to-1 kind of a rival between early times.
Yeah.
Because I think this a little bit higher proof with an actual I don't know how old this is. I didn't see anything on it. I would assume it's 4 years or younger. But it'd be very interesting to see if Green River could kind of replicate what Early Times is doing, because I think this could honestly definitely be a really competitive purchase.
Run for the money.
Yeah.
Give it a run for the money.
Give Sazerac a run for their money. Come on.
Yeah. Let's get that done.
But I mean, Early Times bottled and bond, classic.
Yep.
What do you
I'm moving on to Jim Beam, but
Okay.
moving on to Jim Beam 7.
I might prefer the nose of this to Jim Beam 7. It's a little bit softer, whereas the Beam 7 seems like it's a little bit more aggressive. But that's Beam, I feel like. Beam's usually has a little bit more of an aggressive palate, just in terms of the earthiness and the nuttiness that you usually get.
Wow. Yeah, Jim Beam 7 kind of blew us away. It was earlier in the year, and it was one of the very first budget-style bourbons that came out in 2024 that I thought was really good for the money.
You know what I just thought of? They probably made it 85 proof because it's 1885. Look at that. That makes a lot of sense.
At least one of us is the smart one.
I was just thinking there's got to be a reason. It's such a specific number.
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason for it.
Got to be.
I'm usually a little bit slow.
Did you know, if you guys haven't seen the Uncle Nearest video, you need to do that. It was a great video. I enjoyed doing it immensely. It had a lot of history there. So, Kyle, if you want to put it somewhere where the folks can get to it. There were a lot of folks that commented on the importance of the numbers that are on that bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, it has a lot to
read
do
those
with
comments.
read those, because that has a lot to do with Uncle Nearest and his life and his legacy, his retirement. And that's the number.
Yeah. I'll have to do
So
that.
we don't dig deep into a lot of the history stuff, but when distilleries put these numbers on here, it usually means something, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think Jim Beam 7 is better, but I think please distilleries keep coming out with stuff like this. Come out with stuff that's affordable and available for the everyday person. When you start getting into the $200, $300, $400 releases, it's just people get disinterested. And I mean, bourbon is about sharing, and when it gets to that price point, it's hard for people to justify getting that to share with folks. I know special occasion bottles is one thing, but people aren't going out and buying every single $400 release that you have unless you're stupid like me.
Guys, I truly, I'm sorry, were you done?
No, yeah.
I truly feel this is an excellent addition to budget style bourbons. I really do. I think Early Times is the best in the show today, but I thought these two were relatively close. I'd have to say, if you twisted my arm, Jim Beam 7 is a little bit better. But what an effort from the folks at Bardstown through Green River to give all of us a budget option that's good.
I love it.
It's good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, so this has been a great show. As you can see, this does my heart good. This excites me just as much if Trenton brings down a $150 limited release.
Yeah.
It does me. It does me.
I agree.
I love doing this stuff, and I love it when it works out. I hadn't even had a taste of this.
And I'm surprised.
0. So it could have been, it's not so good. I'm a little nervous about it. But today, it worked out great. I love that.
Yeah.
I really, really do. So
keep pumping them out. If you're watching this video, you work at another distillery, convince your marketing team or whatever to pump it out.
Yeah.
Because this is fantastic. I've been talking too much. Cut it.
He needs to go home and get back in his hole somewhere.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Trust me, he'll be fine. I'll give him a hug before he leaves.
Okay, yeah.
He'll be good.
Oh, these are all screw tops too. Anyways.
Hot. The kid just keeps coming up with fact after fact.
More of an observation, but yeah.
It's amazing. All right, guys, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you all. We really, really do. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. We'll see you next time right down here with Trent and me in a good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.